TWF Monday Night Raw. I am Gorilla Monsoon here with Aladdin and with Samoa Joe. And today on Monday Night Raw, or Moonday Night Raw, we're going to have the former TWF heavyweight winner Drew McIntyre, because he's got something to say before he gets started. Alright. Well, I'll tell you one thing also. Aladdin says, I wonder what he thinks about, him losing at Godzilla losing to The Miz, and then Godzilla beating The Miz again, and how it might be Drew McIntyre and Godzilla for the TWF heavyweight winnings. Well, Samoa Joe said Godzilla's got to hang up with King Kong, so at the end of the day, I might actually be King Kong and Godzilla who are going to be fighting for the TWF heavyweight winnings, unless something shifts. So, I know there's something wrong with this likeness, and I used to be the TWF heavyweight winner once. Actually, 2 times. And my TWF heavyweight winnings, run was probably as long as my 2 runs in WWE with it. And I know I'm going to have to work hard to get back to that again. See, at first I thought it would be The Miz, since somehow, some way after Godzilla beat me, which I don't really make a big deal out of it, but it happened. Then Godzilla lost to The Miz, which at the end of the day I thought that sucked. But then some way Godzilla bloody beat The Miz, and now he's the TWF heavyweight winner again. The only downside to all that is that either it's going to be Godzilla and King Kong, or it's going to be me. And the way I look at it is that I haven't really gotten to talk with Astronema or with Steve Austin about who's going to be facing Godzilla, so your guess is good as mine. I don't want to say anything bad, but I think that you should get to the back of the line, Drew McIntyre, and that you should let the new, younger wrestlers, the new ones, have a seat for the TWF heavyweight winnings. I'm all about onlook. I'm all about letting folks have their seat. But didn't you come from the Dollar Tree on Friday? Yeah, I did. And no one really knows you that well. No, they don't. Well, since I'm in a good mood, and since I want to wrestle and fight someone, and since Godzilla's not around, and since that weakling The Miz is not around, I felt that I should fight. And since Astronema's not here today, the only other one that I could talk to, would be Steve Austin. Yeah, whoa, fuck. Ow! Anyway, Steve Austin says, sad we forgot all about the entrance way. But, yeah. You want to fight this tool from the Dollar Tree? And you want to fight Drew McIntyre, right? Yeah. Well, the way I look at it is the fight is on. Today, here on Monday Night Raw, or Moonday Night Raw, whatever you want to call it, it's on. And as far as Godzilla goes, him and King Kong are going to meet at WrestlePalooza unless you beat Godzilla for the TWF heavyweight winnings before WrestlePalooza. And son, let me get a good look at you. You say you came from the Dollar Tree? Yeah, I came from the Dollar Tree. Well, they did a good job. You know? Old Steve Austin thinks, oh, I think they did a shitty job with you, and that's all I think. Get the Fight Lord in here. Well, Gorilla Monsoon says that is truly not shot in something that Steve Austin has been known to do, was to stun folks on the nowhere, Gorilla Monsoon said. Well, Aladdin said it's not even really a fair fight. I don't know why Steve Austin did that to him for. Steve Austin, Aladdin says, Steve Austin is a creep, The Miz said. That's why he did that. That's why he's always done stuff. Oh! And a Claymore kick to the toe. Steve Austin's a creep, the Samoa Joe said. That's why he does that stuff, the folks. Oh, a Claymore kick, Gorilla Monsoon said. This fight's over. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner, Drew McIntyre. Now, Drew McIntyre has beat the Toll, whoever his name is, the one who came from the Dollar Tree on Friday, Gorilla Monsoon says. And we once again want to say how sad we are for not having the entranceway out right away. And I say we're sad about that one. Well, we got it out here now, Aladdin said. It's all it's needed. But it's all it's needed, Samoa Joe said. And I'm sure Godzilla's heard all that shit. You know, I'm sure Godzilla's heard all the shit that has heard what Drew McIntyre said. And he either going to be fighting either Godzilla or King Kong, because Godzilla and King Kong are going to be the ones that fight at WrestlePalooza, unless Drew McIntyre can beat them before that. Gorilla Monsoon said. Well, don't we have like a show before WrestlePalooza? Aladdin says, like some show we would have before that. You know? Like some other old WCW show, or some old ECW body show. Yeah, I think so, but, you know, we get all that build-up leading into WrestlePalooza. So it is what it is. Well, Samoa Joe said, knowing Godzilla, he's probably not going to be that happy to hear that he either has to wrestle King Kong or he might have to wrestle Drew McIntyre again. Either way, Godzilla's not going to be happy. I know him. I know how he behaves. Yeah, Godzilla has become a creep again. Gorilla Monsoon says this whole King Kong thing has really shifted Godzilla and made him into a creep. Why? No one seems to know. I don't know, Aladdin said. I really don't know what this whole thing between Godzilla and King Kong is. It might get done at WrestlePalooza, unless Drew McIntyre beats Godzilla before that. If the winning shifts hands before that, I don't know. Well, I don't know either, Samoa Joe said, but I do know Godzilla's gonna have something to say. Samoa Joe says, I'm here and I'm gonna be talking with the TWF heavyweight winner, Godzilla, also so-called King of the Fiends. First off, Michael Cole, what do you mean so-called King of the so-called King of the Fiends? 2, yeah, I heard Drew McIntyre. He said that he didn't mind losing to me. And yes, it sucked when I lost to The Miz. But I beat The Miz and I'm the TWF heavyweight winner again. Yeah, I'm looking forward to beating King Kong, not only in my new film, but also here in the TWF too. So the way I look at it, King Kong's going to get besmirched 2 times. Is this truly about you wanting to get that one loss that you had at the hands of King Kong going back to 9 between 63 YL? Yeah, at the end of the day, it's all about that. Well, what do you feel that you and King Kong might meet at WrestlePalooza, but if you and Drew McIntyre meet before that, then it might be Drew McIntyre and you for the TWF heavyweight winnings. That would be a great fight. If Drew McIntyre would beat King Kong, that would mean I'd be fighting Drew McIntyre. But if I'd fight Drew McIntyre before that and he'd beat me, then that would mean it'd be the other way around. So either way, I don't mind if it's King Kong or it's Drew McIntyre. But at the end of the day, there can only be one. Ha ha! Remember that? Remember the Highlander? You know, Duncan MacLeod. He used to go around. He lived for. He was. You know, he couldn't die. He lived forever. He'd go around fighting other folks that were alive like he was. Some good, some bad. He had to cut the loser's head off and get their strength. Well, I'm sure Drew McIntyre. He doesn't look anything. He doesn't look anything like Adrian Paul. You know, that show player who played Duncan MacLeod on the Highlander. But he does speak like him a little bit. But at the end of the day, Drew McIntyre, I want to face you at WrestlePalooza. So it's either Drew McIntyre or it's King Kong. I don't truly care. Well, if that's true, Godzilla, who would you want to fight if it came down to either King Kong or Drew McIntyre? I already beat King Kong at least 2 times in the TWF, so beating him again would be great. But if it came down to me and Drew McIntyre, I wouldn't mind fighting him. But at the end of the day, I would beat Drew McIntyre. Because I'm Godzilla, I'm the king of the monsters, I'm the two-forward world's toughest SOB. Well, who's the first then? Steve Austin. Alright, I guess so. Alright, that's our talk with Godzilla, the TWF heavyweight winner and king of the fiends. Back to you, Gorilla Monsoon. Well, thank you, Michael Cole, for talking with Godzilla here on Monday Night Raw, or Moonday Night Raw. And I wonder if Drew McIntyre and Godzilla are going to have a leer-to-leer before we leave here on Monday Night Raw. Oh, Godzilla, I just didn't mind overhearing your little thing about the Highlander, Duncan MacLeod. Did you actually say that? What? Godzilla said. You think I didn't know about all those other good shows that were on back in the day? Hercules, The Legendary Journey, Xena Warrior Princess, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Angel, Oh, don't forget there was also the Highlander. There was the Renegade. Don't forget there was Forever Knight. And then we got into other shows like, I don't know, Grimm, Supernatural. Oh, yeah. Hey, let's not forget about Queen of Sword, right? Or Jack of All Trades and Cleopatra 2525, right? Hey, how about Dollhouse? Or any of the other show going on? Once Upon a Time. We're not here to talk about old Farseer shows and new Farseer shows. You just had to go out of your way. You said that I was like Duncan MacLeod from the Highlander because you said that I was can only be one. Yeah. I did say that, didn't I? Don't forget Dark Angel. Alright. So Godzilla, you might be looking at the one you're going to be fighting, friend or mate, at WrestlePalooza, since if I beat King Kong, then it'd be me and you. And since you already beat King Kong about 2 times already in the TWF, it ain't going to be much of a dare, right? So, let's just say that me and you for the TWF heavyweight winnings. But that would mean I had to get past King Kong. The way it looks like it, Drew McIntyre, is that I got my hang up with King Kong right now. If I get past King Kong, then me and you, then you'll be my next in line. Well, I sure hope so, Godzilla. But if I get in a match with King Kong and I win, there'll be me and you at WrestlePalooza. Yeah, then it's on, Godzilla says. Then it's on. Well, looks like it is all the time we got here for TWF Monday Night Raw. I am Gorilla Monsoon for Aladdin and Samoa Joe. We hope you like Monday Night Raw or Moon Day Night Raw, and we'll see you tomorrow for Impact.